Abigail found the website herself. It was a very un-Abigail-like thing to do. She'd had a bad day at school. Weren't they all bad days ever since Stacy had stopped being her friend? And came home, traded her school uniform skirt for sweatpants, and did what she always did on bad days. Took out her laptop to watch interviews of her celebrity favorites on YouTube. Mostly Laura Dern, or Terry Polo, or some other older actress, usually at least over 40, who was pretty enough to steal Abigail's heart that week. She sort of had a thing for older ladies. It sort of got her into all this trouble in the first place. She couldn't enjoy the YouTube interviews that day, though. She tried. She pulled up an old Jurassic Park interview, and Laura Dern said something silly, and Abigail blushed at the sound of her laughter. And she'd had such a bad day at school that even just blushing in the privacy of her bedroom was, well, embarrassing. Really embarrassing. Abigail couldn't explain it, but she felt the tips of her ears get warm, and her shoulders tensed and inched up her neck, and she couldn't enjoy Laura Dern anymore. Not when all the kids at school had been making fun of her for weeks for having stupidly admitted to having a crush on Stacy's mom. Nice job, Abigail. No one needed to know about that. But now they all did know. Stacy had stopped inviting Abigail to hang out because she said it was now super weird. And honestly, Abigail didn't blame her. It was super weird. It was even weirder when Abigail realized that she not only missed hanging out with Stacy, she also missed seeing Stacy's mom. You're hopeless, Abigail, and now you have no friends. It was kind of a double-edged sword that summer break was nearly here. Because, yay, no more school where she could have bad days. But also, oh no friends to make summer plans with. Stacy and the other girls would all go to the beach and the boardwalk without inviting her, and they would post pictures all over social media, and Abigail would not be in a single shot. That was what Abigail was thinking about when she closed YouTube and pulled up Google and typed, "How do I find LGBTQ friends?" That, too, felt kind of embarrassing. Who used Google to find friends? Abigail was definitely hopeless, was definitely alone, and definitely had no real people skills whatsoever. She was seriously considering asking her mom to send her to a convent or something to escape being such an awkward excuse of a human in such a cruel, cruel world, when she saw it on the third O page of the Google results. Camp QUILTBAG. She clicked the link. Camp QUILTBAG, according to its website, was a 2-week camp for LGBTQ+ youth in Minnesota, which was delightfully far, far away from Abigail's friends, ex-friends, in New Jersey. The very top of the page had a quote from a former camper that said, "Camp QUILTBAG felt like more than just a summer camp. It felt like coming home." There were pictures of kids in rainbow-colored shirts, smiling, arms around each other. The description said it had activities just like any other camp. Obstacle courses, swimming, kayaking, archery, and one specifically for LGBTQ kids. Workshops on gender identity and expression, body image and self-esteem, LGBTQ+ history, and drag makeup. It sounded terrifying. Abigail was just Abigail, and the kids in these pictures were all smiles and dyed hair and cool, colorful clothes. The kids in these pictures looked totally out and totally proud and probably never got embarrassed. But it also sounded perfect because those kids probably never got embarrassed and probably were totally out and proud, and maybe Abigail could somehow learn to be too. Maybe they'd understand her crush on Stacy's mom and Laura Dern and Terry Polo and all the other beautiful women in the world. So she clicked the More Information link and filled out her mom's email address, and then hit send before she could stop herself.